Welcome to Storytime Sunday. Today we begin a brand new mystery, the case of the missing key. In a whimsical park filled with canals, bridges, and tiny villages, something very important has vanished. The Golden Storybook Key. The charm that unlocks the magic each morning is gone. And only one person is ready to solve the case, while also ranking every snack she finds along the way. Detective, food critic, hat with a flower, she is Hawkshaw Holly Harker. So grab a pretzel, maybe even a pickle, and join us as the investigation begins. The sun glinted across a tiny canal where boats drifted beneath little stone bridges. Laughter bounced off painted rooftops, and the air smelled like popcorn, pretzels, and just a hint of cinnamon sugar. But today, something important was missing. The Golden Storybook Key, gone. Lucky for everyone, Hawkshaw Holly Harker was already here, ranking the brand new Halloween treats. She had a notebook in one hand, a magnifying glass in the other, and more snacks in her vest pockets than most people could carry in a backpack. Snacks and secrets. That's Holly's beat. Near the lighthouse, the custodian leaned on his broom, green cap pulled low, scowl set to permanent. A trash bin beside him rattled with napkins, sticky cups, and even a couple half-eaten churros. "Afternoon," Holly said brightly. "Detective Holly Harker, sleuth of snacks and secrets. I'm asking around about the missing key." The custodian muttered. "Ask all you want. I'm tired of cleaning churro dust and melted ice cream every single day. People making a mess, I clean a mess. No, thank you. Just more crumbs. Maybe if this place shut down for a day, folks would finally notice." Holly flipped open her notebook and jotted a neat line or two. She noted his green cap, the broom, and hat, and that trash bin, those abandoned churros, then looked back toward the lighthouse without a word. Across the way, a pretzel cart sent up warm clouds of steam. The vendor wiped his brow and leaned toward Holly. "Detective, I didn't see that key go, but I sure heard something. Right when it disappeared, swoosh, swoosh, like a broom sweeping hard. Figured it was that cranky custodian again." Holly scribbled in her notebook, swoosh, swoosh, noted. She took a bite of pretzel. Crunchy, salty, respectable, but a little plain. 3.5 out of 5. Then she tried the cream cheese pretzel. Oh yes, pillowy and indulgent. 4.5 out of 5, strong contender. She snapped her notebook, shut it, and followed the sound of melting ice cream. On a shaded bench sat a little girl, her ice cream running down her hand in sticky rivers. "Hi there, kiddo," Holly said gently. "Did you see anything unusual when the key went missing?" The girl nodded. "Shadows, long ones. It looked like somebody was standing there with a really big hat, like a hat with a brim." Holly nodded and wrote, "Hat, brim, shadows." Then, as if they were the most normal thing in any investigation, she pulled a pickle spear from her vest and took a bite. Ugh! Too sour. 2 out of 5. She glanced at the child's dripping cone, and her eyes twinkled. With a quick dab, she pressed the pickle tip into the ice cream and bit down. Oh, much better. Pickles and ice cream. Interesting. She jotted the odd pairing into her notebook. "You're weird," the girl said, half giggling. "Accurate," Holly replied. Back at the lighthouse, Holly crouched low. Her hat flower bobbed as she leaned in with her magnifying glass. Sparkling grains glittered across the stone. She dabbed a finger into the dust, tasted it, and smacked her lips. Churro sugar. Definitely. A solid 3 out of 5. Not fresh. Someone hasn't been cleaning here. She scribbled in her notebook and underlined a pun with a grin. Churro sugar. Churricious indeed. Just then, another cast member hurried up, breathless. "Detective Harker, it's not just the key. The Mark Twain riverboat whistle is missing too." She ripped through a nearby crowd. The riverboat's whistle wasn't just decorations. It was the sound of the park's heartbeat. Holly snapped her notebook shut and spun to confront her surly suspect. But the custodian was gone. Only his broom leaned against the wall. The case of the missing key had just grown larger, and with the riverboat silenced and her prime suspect vanished, Holly Harker had a big mystery on her hands. And that's the beginning. The investigation's only started, and more clues are waiting to be uncovered. Next week on Storytime Sunday, Holly Harker will face new suspects. From a boastful storyteller to a rival blogger, even a mysterious child with a lightsaber, the swoosh swoosh of shadows grow louder. The missing treasures pile up, and somewhere in the trees, the real culprit watches. Join us next time for The Case of the Missing Key, Act 2.